Good morning, everyone. My name is Shreya, and today I will discussing restrictions on freedom of speech in India. Now, let's imagine a society where people cannot express their opinions, question authority, or share their ideas. Such society would not be truly democratic. In India, the right to freedom of speech and expression is guaranteed under Article 90 of the Constitution of India. However, this freedom is not absolute. To maintain public order, national security, and the dignity of institutions, certain law place reasonable restrictions on speech. Today, I will talk about how freedom of speech works in India and the law that limits or regulate it in different situations. You can think of freedom of speech as an open field while certain laws act as offenses that regulates how this freedom is used. First, let's talk about the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. This is a new criminal law that replaced the Indian Penal Code in 2024. One important section is section 152 which deals with acts that endanger the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India. Although the word sedition from the old law has been removed, the new provisions still allow punishment for activities that threaten the national unity and encourage rebellion against the government. Next are the laws that deal with hate speech. Section 196 and 299 of BNS punish speech that promotes hatred between different groups based on religion, race, language, or community. These laws try to prevent violence and communal conflicts, especially in today's world where content spreads rapidly on social media. Let's now move on to the Information Technology Act 2000. Earlier, Section 66A of this Act was used to punish offensive online messages. However, in 2015, the Supreme Court declared this section unconstitutional because it violates freedom of speech. Another important provision is Section 69A, which allows the government to block websites, posts, or online accounts if they threaten national security or public order. However, these blocking orders are usually confidential, which sometimes raise concerns about transparency. Another restriction comes from the Contempt of Court 1971. People are allowed to criticize courts' judgments, but they cannot scandalize or insult the judiciary. The purpose of this law is to protect the dignity and the authority of the courts. Next is the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012. This law restricts speech and media reporting when it's come to the cases involving minors. It ensures that the identity and the privacy of children are protected. Here, the safety and rehabilitation of the child is concerned more important than unrestricted expressions. Another important law is the Official Secret Act 1923. This colonial era law restricts the sharing of classified government information related to national security. It prevents people from publishing sensitive information that could harm the country. Finally, we have the Cinematographic Act. The Cinematograph Act 1952. This law gives the government authority to regulate films through Central Board of Film Certification. The board can deny certification or require cuts in film if they are considered harmful to public order, decency, or morality. Because of this, some films and documentaries may be censored or banned before release, which is often described as a form of prior restraint on speech. Now comes to the conclusion. To conclude, freedom of speech is one of the most important pillars of democracy. But like every powerful right, it comes with responsibility. Laws such Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, Information Technology Act 2000, and Cinematographic Act 1952 try to balance individual freedom with public safety and national interest. The real challenge is ensuring that these restrictions are used carefully and fairly so that democracy remains strong while protecting society. Because in a true democracy, freedom of speech should be protected but also used responsibly. Thank you so much.